So if you're like me and you want to see 2K26 be one of the greatest 2Ks of all time, then like the video right now and please don't risk it, okay? Because we desperately need a very good 2K. And let me know down below in the comments, what do you want to see them add in order to make this new game the best 2K ever? Because a lot of people obviously play different things. Like, what do you want to see in my team, my career, you know, park, stuff like that? Because I want to see where you guys are at. Like, what do they have to do to make you want to play and also buy 2K26? So let me know down below in the comments, and let's get right into it because 2K actually just revealed that we are getting new locker codes, and on top of that they also revealed the dates for NBA 2K26 MyTeam when it comes to the reveal. And I gotta say, I am super excited. Oh my goodness, guys. Now obviously the community right now is also very excited, you can tell, because of all these beautiful cards that people are making on 2KDB. My boy Freaky actually made this beautiful, amazing Heso Mellow Jello, favorite color yellow. Where'd he go? Right here. Oh my goodness, look at this card. I love it, man. 2K26, I am so excited. Maybe we see the return of Thon Maker. Hopefully we see Kobe Bryant. I do feel like 2K is going to add Kobe back in 2K26, and the reason that I bring this up is because take a look at this right here. 2K just revealed that the MyTeam reveal for 2K26 is going to be August 14 at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. I am so excited, and we're getting new locker codes. However, though, take a closer look. This is a free agent for 2K26, so we're actually getting NBA 2K26 locker codes nice and early, which, you know, hopefully is a good sign that we get a lot of locker codes, because I feel like every good 2K that we've had has had a lot of locker codes, you know what I mean? So there is that. And of course, this is going to be a stream from 2K where they're going to be streaming. There's actually 2 new locker codes that we're getting, so if we watch for 30 minutes, we are going to be getting double XP for, you know, my team, my career. And then of course 90 minutes is going to be that free agent 92 or higher player for 5 games. And then they do also have the my career, you know, park skill boost that basically people use, right? So after this reveal, either people are going to be super excited for my team and they're going to want to buy 2K26, or they're going to be completely disappointed and not buy 2K26. That's why I want to know what you guys want to see when it comes to the my team reveal, because I feel like a lot of people would agree with me that 2K needs to get rid of unsellable players. Like, the whole unsellable concept has completely ruined my team. Yes, ruined my team in my opinion. One of the worst things that 2K added was, of course, making most of the players unsellable. For example, my Wemby is unsellable. Like, I want to see 2K just get rid of that, even though obviously they're not going to, because, you know, they're just going to keep doing stuff. But I do hope that at least they do tone it down, because, for example, like, the only stuff that should be unsellable should be players that you get through rewards, right? So for example, the level 40 rewards with Tracy McGrady, season 1, etc. Like, these cards being unsellable, it makes sense because you got to get to level 40 to get them. They should not be auctionable, but everything else should be auctionable, just how it used to be. Like, we're not even asking for something brand new. We're just asking for 2K to go back to how it was, where reward cards were unsellable and then everything else was sellable, right? Because that completely ruins the auction house. Like, the auction house has gotten, you know, worse and worse every single year. There's so much that 2K used to have that they don't have anymore. And also, by the way, I do feel like 2K is going to be revealing Kobe Bryant's for 2K26, because, you know, they always announce something that we used to have and they bring it back. You know, last year the auction house was a main selling points. This year I think it's going to be Kobe Bryant. And the reason I say that is because look at that banner right there. It's a Kobe Bryant's banner. Now, of course, 2K has been doing this throughout the year where they do still have stuff that correlates to Kobe. Like, the only thing that you can't get is a Kobe card in my team this year, but there's, you know, shoes. You know, there's the Kobe banners. I'm rocking a Kobe banner right now when it comes to Triple Threat Park. So I do feel like 2K is going to be using, you know, Kobe Bryant as like a main points for 2K26. Now, whether he's going to be in packs or not, that's left to be seen. You know, I feel like 2K, most likely, if I were them, they would, you know, I would just make Kobe free as a reward. Make him the season 1 level 40 reward. I feel like that would be a big fat W. Obviously, everybody wants to see Kobe come back. Everybody also wants to see better pack odds. At the moment, you know, the pack odds are what they should be, I feel like, throughout the year, not just at the end. You know, the typical stuff we want, obviously, is always going to be something that everybody asks for. You know, gameplay to be better, pack odds to be better, rewards to be better. So I do feel like Kobe's going to come back. I'm hoping 2K tones down the unsellable players when it comes to, you know, just having stuff that you can sell or not, because, again, the auction house takes the biggest hits. Like, the auction house before, you know, this season, it was basically dead. Like, there was no players you could buy. Everything was horrible. Like, it was actually wild. And speaking of the auction house, I do also want to bring up the fact that how has the auction house gotten worse every year? Look at this. Back in 2K26, you actually had filters. So you could literally filter out certain players, and this would make sniping so much better. This was back when I used to do sniping content like crazy. I used to be known as the snipe god. I used to literally help everybody snipe. But 2K has ruined that throughout the years because the auction house just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Like, there used to be a time that you could sell the card for over 100,000 MT. Now they limit you at 100K. You know, used to sell, you know, cards for 1 million. That was like the cap before. And now it's 100K. So that goes to show you how much it's like just fallen off when it comes to the auction house. Like, it's so sad. Like, I do feel like 2K has one of the worst auction houses, if not the worst auction house when it comes to any Ultimate Team, right? Because I'm pretty sure Madden has a better auction house. I think FIFA does it as well. So 2K, you're kind of behind on that. I think the auction house needs to get a big update when it comes to just making it better for people to make MT, you know, snipe. If they were to bring back this auction house, I promise you, I would go back to making sniping content. It's just hard because, again, stuff is unsellable, so you can't sell the stuff. You can't put it up in the auction house, and so there's less snipes. There's less players, you know, to go after that you can actually make MT on, and it just completely ruins the game, right? And also, you know, we got to talk about the escrow. That's something that they added this year where, of course, after you sold something, you had to wait to redeem the MT. So you already got to wait for hours. You know, they got to start making players sellable for like an hour, 30 minutes, stuff like that. And so the escrow system, obviously a complete failure. I know they do it because they don't want people buying MT. That's also one of the reasons why they, you know, lowered the buy now from 1 million to 100K, because they don't want people buying MT. But 2K, you know how you fix that? I'm going to tell you right now. Have better pack odds. Wow, mind blown. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's literally, if you don't want people buying MT, then make the cards actually pullable in packs, and then that way you don't have to like completely ruin the auction house, and then the auction house can be bigger and better, just basically how it used to be. There's so much stuff that 2K has gotten rid of that I feel like just makes the game worse. For example, moment cards. Like, what happened to my team? You know, just like anything that happens in the NBA, you should add it to my team, whether it's moments and accomplishments and award. Anything that happens in the NBA, I feel like should correlate to my team, because we're playing NBA 2K26, emphasis on the NBA parts. You know what I mean? Like, we're not playing WNBA, we're not playing FIFA, we're not playing Madden. So if somebody goes off for 70 points, let's get a moments card. And if you can't add moment cards like you used to, you know, the day after the performance, then just do moments of the month. This was such a great concept that they got rid of. I'm not sure why they got rid of this, by the way. I feel like every single person out there loved this. Like, this was such a big W idea that 2K did. And look at this. You were able to get lower tier cards. You were able to get some of the best cards that you could just have fun with. Obviously, Ja Morant, you know, a Dark Matter Ja. You know, people were running bigger point guards by then. But still, though, the fact that you can earn this for free was amazing. You know, DeRozan, you could earn him. You could just earn multiple cards. Like, we should just be able to earn cards that correlate to the NBA, you know what I mean? Like, just add a challenge. You know, there used to be times where after a championship team, for example, the Raptors, 2K19, my favorite 2K of all time, they used to actually add the champions. You know, like, I feel like it's not hard, you know what I mean? Moment cards should be a thing in my team. And I guarantee you, if 2K were to add moment cards, a lot more people would play 2K26, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of stuff that we also enjoyed, what happened to the collector level rewards? You guys remember when I was the first person to get Galaxy Opal Giannis on PlayStation back in 2K19? Again, my favorite 2K of all time. My girl literally helped me get every collector level back when 2K used to give us collector levels, and this year, no collector level. Like, what happened? Someone explain it to me. Like, my girl and I have been together forever. And so 2K, maybe you can learn a thing or two. Keep stuff that works. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it. For example, Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. This is still my most viewed video on my channel when I got Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis. My girl also helped me get Anthony Davis. And at the moment, if you were to take a look at the collector level, you go over here to lifetime challenges and it's like, you get nothing. I locked in 3 cards on accidents, by the way. The 3 that I have locked in, they were not on purpose. I accidentally locked them in. And 2K wants you to lock in 100 players for 10,000 MT, then another 10K. Then, like, what is this garbage, bro? Like, bring back the collector level rewards. I feel like that's something 2K definitely is going to bring back for 26. Because I do feel like they're kind of going for, like, a, you know, not nostalgia type of like 2Ks, but like, you know, I feel like there's been a couple things where 2K has kind of like hinted at previous 2Ks. So I just feel like collector level rewards just kind of make sense. Again, 2K19 had the best one with Karolinko, Giannis, and stuff like that. And something else that I enjoyed is the fact that like I used to play 5v5 like crazy. This year I hardly played it. Like Showdown has not been rewarding. You know, Triple Threat Park early on was very rewarding because you were getting like certain players for free, like Opals, you know, Pink Diamonds, Dark Matters, Breakout. You know, that whole thing, like they stopped updating it, so it was a failure in my opinion. So they got to do something about Triple Threat Offline, you know, clutch time and stuff like that. I don't know what they could do because they just stopped updating stuff. I don't know why. So if they update a Breakout, I think it'd be good, but they don't upgrade it. And so back to Showdown, I think 2K needs to bring back the love that we had, you know, playing 5v5. And a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think 2K should bring back Supermax. I really enjoyed Supermax. I played this game mode like it was literally my life, bro. This was back when I was very competitive. I mean, you can even see, look at my record, 22-2. This was like for the season, like 91% win rates. I'm pretty sure I only lost those 2 games because I either disconnected or I was very delayed. But you can see like we had some really good rewards, and this made you play as a season, right? So you had a reason to play it. It wasn't just so much like, oh, if you play 100 or win 120 games, you get some rewards that are unsellable. Like, you know what I mean? Like Porzingis, this card was unsellable for a good reason because it was a reward card, right? So I feel like a Supermax game mode would make a lot of sense. If they want to go back to how it was last year where we just had like rewards leading up to like points and stuff like that, I wouldn't be mad at it either. I just feel like Showdown this year, like a lot of people still play it because it's the only 5v5 game mode. But me personally, I've just been in Triple Threat Park the whole year. You know what I mean? And so if they don't change anything about the 5v5 game mode, then I'm probably going to stay to Triple Threat Park in 26 as well. And I just feel like Supermax, like if they just adjusted the points that you earned and lost, it would have been so much better. Because if you win, you know, if you won back then, you got 25 points. But if you lost, you would lose like 130 points. So that never really made sense to me. So if they were to just adjust that, I think Supermax would be really good. Because it would just give you a reason to play, you know, on the weekend, you know, for the season and stuff like that. And they had really good rewards like Porzingis, like I mentioned. And so I feel like they definitely have to do something when it comes to the 5v5 game mode. Because right now they're kind of like, you know, pushing Triple Threat Park, and in 26, they're going to keep pushing it. We already know that for sure. And so for the people that are like me and they like Triple Threat Park, you know, we're in good hands for 26. But the Showdown people, I'm not too sure, right? Same with King of the Court. They said the rewards are going to be better, you know, $10,000, etc. I'm hoping they keep salary cap. I think salary cap is a W. Domination, I think they're going to keep domination. They have never gotten rid of domination. I hardly play domination because you guys know I have the luxury, thanks to you guys, to be able to open packs and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't really grind it out because there's better players, but domination is a good way to make MT for the no money spent players. And so that's something that they'll never get rid of. The thing is, though, I hope they just go from like 5 minutes to 3 minutes. It's literally 2025. You know what I mean? Like, no one has all that time nowadays, you know, to just sit there and play domination. So hopefully they adjust that. I doubt it, but that's just something I would hope they would change. You know what I mean? And then they'll probably keep exhibitions. That's just something they included one year, and they've never gotten rid of it. It's weird because stuff that we like, they get rid of, and then stuff we don't like, they kind of just keep. And speaking of stuff that we used to like, the token market, like, listen, I don't think we need the token market back, but if 2K were to bring it back, I would hope that they would update it like they used to back when they first introduced it in 2K19, and then 2K20 was pretty good as well. Like, tokens used to be pretty cool. They got rid of those this year. And again, I don't really miss them too much because in the later years that we had the token market, the updates were garbage. So it really was no point of having a token market. And if 2K were to reveal that the token market was making a return, I wouldn't be mad at it. I would love it because we used to have some really good rewards. I mean, at the end, you know, in 2K19, we were able to get a limited Kobe Bryant, limited Michael Jordan and stuff like that. So if they bring it back and actually update it, then W. And if they don't update it, then, you know, no reason to bring it back, but tokens and token market rewards would be a good addition again to my team. And it's actually kind of sad and crazy to see that like 2K has the blueprints to give us a very good my team. They just choose not to. That's really what it is, guys. They just choose not to. I understand like they want to make their money, but they were making a lot more money back in these days when people were actually playing the game. And I just want to see a good my team. That's why I feel like this date is going to be very important. And so as soon as 2K reveals everything, guys, I'll be uploading more. In the meantime, check out the new channel, check out the pack opening. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.